Are you thinking of making a career move, but afraid of losing everything that you've worked for? Give me the next 5 minutes and I'll share the 4 things that I make sure my private clients have in their hands before they make any decision. My name's Anthony Kuo and I am a career satisfaction coach. And I love helping people intentionally create a career that lights them up. Like not just a day job you have to get through because, work is work, but a meaningful career that you're excited to wake up for. And in this video, I'm going to share the 4 things that I make sure every single one of my clients has down cold so that when it comes time for them to make a decision, they can be 100% certain it's the right decision. Because look, I see this way too often. Somebody trying to make a big life or career altering decision, but they don't have enough information. And so naturally that kicks up all sorts of fear and resistance like, oh my God, I'm going to get it wrong. I'm going to sacrifice everything I work for. I don't want to jump out of a situation I know into something completely unknown and probably worse, right? That's just where your brain goes. It's a pretty classic, stick to the devil kind of situation, right? So this is what I teach my clients to discover about themselves before they get themselves into that conundrum. The question they need to answer is, what do you need to thrive? Because look, without knowing that, without being able to answer that, it's really, really hard to make any decisions that you feel good about. It's like trying to throw a dart blindfolded. You either wind up poking someone's eye out or you waste a lot of time and energy and probably get yourself into a lot of trouble. So to deal with that, I have my clients develop something that I call a care card. It's a tool that becomes their North Star. Here's what goes on to the care card. First, interests. So what interests you? What gets you out of bed? What motivates you, gives you energy, right? Personal example, I'm particularly interested in how humans work, right? What makes a person tick? And so that's probably why it makes more sense for me to be approaching career coaching from a person-centered angle, right? Career satisfaction coaching, rather than like purely job hunting tactics. So interests, number 1. Number 2, style. What is your style in meeting those interests? Like, are you collaborative? Are you taking control? Or do you like doing it solo? Or how quickly or slowly are you doing something? Are you dealing with like ideas or more down-to-earth actions with things you can touch with your hands? So on and so forth. For my personal style, I like to build intimacy in one-on-one or small group settings. So again, this is why what I'm doing as a career satisfaction coach kind of makes sense for me. Number 3, what needs are you trying to meet through your interests and styles, right? It all comes down to this. If your job, your career, your environment can meet your needs through your interest and style, then you're in really good shape. Now, needs, as you might expect, can get a little bit personal. And sometimes it can feel, sometimes my clients feel a little bit self-conscious about it because it can sound childish. And that's really important and really good to understand, right? So we can satisfy these younger parts of ourselves through our work as well. So for myself, I have a need to be important, right? To know that I'm significant. And again, this makes a lot of sense for me because I've chosen a line of work that gives me the opportunity to directly and profoundly impact people's lives. And the last but not least, what are your favorite skills? Notice now that I'm bringing skills up at the very end, right? Normally this is the first thing people think about when they think about career moves. And it's usually framed around this like, what can you do for me mentality. But your career's for you, right? So what are your favorite skills to use? Okay, so those are the 4 things that I make sure my clients are really, really well aware of before they go making any decisions, right? Their interests, their styles, their needs, and their favorite skills. And they all come together to create something we call the care card. Like, those little tags that tell you how much water and light to give a new houseplant, except instead of a plant, it's for you, a human being. And when you have this care card, you'll be able to evaluate any opportunity, any idea, even your present situation to understand exactly what's going on, and whether you'll have a good time or a bad time in that situation. And so this is how my clients are able to know for sure whether a move is going to be good for them or not. Now, if you'd like to find out what's on your care card, I'd love to help. So click the button below and hit me up on Messenger. I'll personally reply and ask you a few questions just to get a sense of where you're at and what you're reaching for. And then I'll share with you the training that I give my private clients on how to create their care cards. Sound good? Talk to you soon.